This is a more complicated substitution question to normal, but we can deal with it. Y is going to equal 60 divided by plus or minus the square root, and then we're going to replace x by 19. And you can either write a line where you're writing 19 minus 10, or we can just figure out what 19 minus 10 is. It's 9. So it's going to be 60 divided by plus or minus root 9, but that's going to be plus or minus 3 because the square root of 9 is 3. So case 1 is going to be where we just use positive 3. 60 divided by 3 is 20. Case 2, where we use minus 3, and then we get minus 20. So two possible answers. There they are. We can't find a value of y for when x is 10. Why not? Because when x is 10, we're going to get y is equal to 60 divided by the square root of 0. And this will equal 60 divided by 0, which is not defined. You cannot divide by 0. And there are other values of x where we can't find y, give one such value of x. Well, you could just try some out, I suppose. The key thing is thinking about the square roots. Okay, we've actually dealt with the bottom number being 0. There's nothing wrong with dividing by a negative or anything like that, but you cannot square root a negative. So if x equals, let's say, 9, or any number less than 10. Okay, I've just used an example, which is um, sorry, I'm just trying to like word it technically correctly. Square root of minus 1 is, thing is, this is defined. This is, I don't like this question in that sense, is not a real number. Um, Actually, if you ever go on and study further maths, we very much allow square root of minus 1 into things, into life, and it works absolutely fine, and it actually is essential to much modern technology. But in a lot of maths, we basically don't allow it, and so that's what this question is getting at. If x equals 9, then we get the square root of minus 1. It's not a real number, but actually, it is okay. So kind of not happy with this question. For the purposes of it, I mean, the answers don't really say it much. They just, basically, as long as you write down a number of x that is less than 10, you'll be okay. So we don't actually need the explanation, but this is the complete one in this case, if indeed we're only looking at real numbers.